undergraduate program as well as a master's program for respiratory therapy students, and all total we've got a little over 100 students in the respiratory therapy program here at Georgia State. But I want to tell you about something that our students are involved with, and that is smoking cessation through the wellness program here at Georgia State. Our graduate students are assisting with employees and others on campus who may want to learn how to go about stopping their smoking addiction. And the program that we're using to assist employees and others to stop their smoking addiction is through a program called Fresh Start. And this was developed by the American Cancer Society, and it's a 4-week behavioral modification program that our students work through individuals. So for instance, on the first week we'll talk about why people begin smoking, and one of the homework assignments, if you will, for that very first week is to actually set a quit date. So even though you're on the very first class, you're actually already beginning to think of when I'm going to stop smoking. And so we encourage those participants to set a date at least 4 weeks out, because of course we'll take you through some strategies to help you obtain that goal. Now we know that not everyone attains their smoking cessation after the first time. Some do. Some are able to go cold turkey even. But for those who may have a relapse, we do also know from research that if you will continue to pick up the program again and work through the strategies, that eventually after 4 or 5 times you will most likely stop smoking and will be able to control your cravings and other feelings for wanting to begin smoking again. One of the things that we also cover in this course, and that is lung function and how smoking can affect your lung function over time. Some studies tell us that after the first 15 minutes of having a cigarette that there is some lung damage to some extent in your lungs, but we also know that the main lung damage occurs over time from chronic smoking. And one of the things that we can tell in terms of how the lungs may change over time is a pulmonary function test called spirometry. So you just simply breathe into this machine by taking the deepest breath that you could possibly inhale, then blowing it out just as fast and as for as long as you can exhale. And the spirometry machine will measure various flow rates and volumes that you exhale in that breath through spirometry. And over time, as lung disease develops, then these numbers, particularly your volumes, will begin to decrease. And therefore we know that there is permanent damage that has been sustained from long-term smoking. And we also now are beginning to understand that after someone stops smoking, that through some rehabilitation, that some of this lung function can be regained. And for a long time we thought that once the lungs were damaged, then that was, they never regenerated. But now we are beginning to see some regeneration over time once someone stops their smoking. So I'm very excited about our graduate students that are participating in our smoking cessation activities here on campus. It gives them an opportunity to interact with a smoker. The addictions that lead to smoking are very, very similar to other addictions that individuals may have, for instance with drinking, drug abuse, even pornography. And so as our students work through with the individuals with the behavioral modification, then these are strategies for dealing with the addictions and the cravings and other associations that a person may have with cigarettes and smoking.